by night. Keep going crazy.
Hello, 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 guys. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. Happy Friday, y'all! TGIF. I hope you had a great week. I hope you enjoyed your day. I am so happy it's Friday. I've had an awesome day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like always, if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please say hey in the comment section. What's up to you guys in the chat? And then also, when you have a moment, please pause the video because we know these nakers be naked. And please follow my backup channel. That's LexX. That is LEXEX. You can also find the link in the description below. So let's get to it. It's another installment of my daily series called the Blackistan Zoo, where we profile the dusty derelicts, the crazy creatures and animals in Blackistan. This series will premiere Monday through Friday at 6:30 ET. Let's get it. So today we are going to talk about the super mammy, y'all. And I want to preface this with a shout out to Yvette Him and Coco Almond Joy. Coco, I love your name. That's so dope. Both of you guys requested that I do this video in response to singer Keri Hilson and her recent shenanigans. So thank you both for sharing this. And let's get into it. So your super mammy, her appearance, so she's oftentimes seen wearing a cape because we know she loves to cape and she loves to coddle these Tyrones. Her behavior. So your super mammy is a woman who coddles, who enables, and most importantly, demonstrates a very undying loyalty to a group of men who will not do the same for her. So she loves engaging and caping in unreciprocal, unbalanced behavior. She'll ride and die for Tyrone, even though he will not spit on her if she was on fire. So she loves Tyrone. She loves these Nick Nogs. And even though collectively they all are raggedy, they're broke, they lack resources, they don't value marriage, they don't value commitment. So you'll be a lifelong girlfriend, lifelong live-in girlfriend. You're lucky if you even get an engagement ring. He'll pump and dump. He's an adulterer and he's an overall failure at life. But even still throughout all of that, she will loyally stay by his side through thick and thin like a big dummy. And when I was prepping for the show, I thought of the Super Mammy anthem. It's a song by Summer Walker. And the hook goes, "I'll go to hell or jail about you, boy." And it's a nice song, but when I listened to it, I said, damn, that was written by your Super Saiyan Mammy. Because I will never, ever, for a single second, even consider doing either for any man, let alone a Tyrone who lacks resources, who's broke, who's poor, who can't bring anything to the table. But this is a characteristic of your Super Mammy behavior. So these women are very silly, very idiotic. While Tyrone is out and about exploring his options, having a good old time, dating Mylene, dating Maria, dating Becky, the super mammy's stupid ass is at home, growing old, sitting on her ass, and eventually dies waiting for this mythical good Tyrone unicorn that we know is non-existent in Blackistan. I decided to do this video as a result of a suggestion from you guys because recently singer Keri Hilson has made an IG post illustrating the problematic ideology of your super mammy that has recently gone viral. So let's pull up this tweet that she's recently posted on Twitter. So it says, "I want who God wants for me, but am I wrong for hoping my soulmate is a Black man? He don't even have to be American. I've dated 3 non-American Black men, but I want to love a Black man or a man of color." It gets worse. And if he's neither, he'd have to have a deep understanding and genuine support of my pro-Blackness. Anybody feel me? Oh boy. So before we unpack the problematic ideology of this super mammy, I want to briefly go through Keri Hilson and her dating history. So most recently, she's dated a Seahawks football player. His name is Ricardo Lockett. So here he is, a Tyrone. And they dated for some time, I think for a few years, but they broke up in 2017. And when asked about it, she tweeted, and I quote, a mistake is usually the word people prefer to use when it really was a risk they decided to take. But word to the wise, make sure you can handle both outcomes. So based on that, we can imply or we can conclude and deduce that he cheated on her. So she got cheated on recently by this Tyrone, this high value unicorn Tyrone. Prior to that, she was linked to Sergi Ibaka. So let's pull up a picture of this person who she had been linked to. She publicly dated him. He is a Congolese Spanish professional basketball player, I read. And they dated for quite a few years. They dated from October 2012 to November 2016. And when she was asked why they broke up, she was very vague again and said that she had one rule when dating, and that rule was no rappers, no actors, and no ball players. She said, I broke my rule because I thought I found someone different, but he wasn't. So in other words, we could put two and two together and conclude that this nignog cheated on her as well. Because, I mean, we know the only reason women have rules about no rappers, no athletes, no high profile people, it's because they can't keep their peen in their pants. She's also been linked to Trey Songz, singer Trey Songz, who has a problematic past. So here's this Tyrone. He's had a lot of shady previous behavior. The most shocking, though, is that he's been faced with several sexual assault allegations. One where a woman claimed that he urinated on her during sex, and also without her consent, he held her and would not allow her to leave the room. We also know as well that Keke Palmer was very vocal and made allegations about him doing the same to her and how he tried to force her to remain in an uncomfortable situation. I think the phrase that she uses, he was sexually intimidating her. So yeah, this is a weirdo. So 3 strikes you're out, Keri. But she's also been linked to even more problematic, toxic Tyrone. So she's also been linked to Soulja Boy allegedly, and we know that he has a problematic past. He also is currently, as we speak, is experiencing sexual and physical abuse allegations. I read that one woman is alleging that he punched her in the face and hit her while she was pregnant and caused her to miscarriage. Also, he is facing sexual assault allegations, and he's accused of coercing her into sex through threats of violence. I can't talk today. I'm sorry, y'all. She's also been linked to Lil Wayne's drugged out crackhead ass, which we know. I mean, he's on between the codeine, between all of the drug arrests and the felonies. This is a problematic, toxic Tyrone as well. So Keri has a very, very sketchy track record and definitely does not have the best taste in men. But I think, moreover, what's most important to point out is that she's been through tons of Tyrones who have all raped her across the coals. And these are just the ones that we're privy to, let alone the ones that we don't know about. And at 38 years old, Keri is 38 years old, quickly approaching 40 before you know it. She has no prospects. She's never been engaged, has no children. And it's because she's wasted her time with all of these men, with all of these Tyroches. And she is still talking about waiting around longer because she's seeking this high value unicorn to come along and save her. And this is a mess. This really is a mess. I saw this and I just shook my head because Keri Hilson is talented. She's rich. She's very successful. She's a millionaire. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's these men's preference. She's fit. She's small, and she's still single. And the reason why is because, like I said, she's waiting on this unicorn, good black man to come and save her. This non-existent man to come and save her. And here's the thing. So I want y'all to screenshot this because mark my words, one of two things are going to happen with Keri. Because let's be clear, she's never going to find this man that she has these illusions about, this fantasy about. She'll never find this so-called good Tyrone that she's waiting on. So she'll either grow old and gray, waiting on the sidelines, and will die waiting to meet this unicorn to come save her. Or she's going to do like many other Black women and will start to feel that biological clock ticking and will want to have kids and will want to be married and will want to settle down. So she's going to settle with the next loser nignog that shows her a little bit of attention and who will eventually ruin her life. Mark my words. And I don't know what's sadder. I don't know if what's sadder is the fact that this successful woman feels like this and is a super mammy, or the fact that most Black women in general feel like this and share this problematic ideology. So I want to look at the comments to illustrate this, how Black women really do have this collective, really illogical thought process and share this really delusional pathology. So here we have the very first comment, the most liked comment. God already knows the desires of our hearts, so there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, girl. So I guess you can just keep waiting there with your Bible as you grow old and gray and pass up all these viable options in other groups of men and other communities, waiting for this mythical unicorn that's never going to come by. Here's another one, never related more, and I pray I'm not missing my blessing from another race, but I'm just hoping I find my happy, healthy forever on a Black man. See, and they know, and mind you guys, I didn't read these comments prior to this show, so I'm reading this right along with you. This is my raw reaction. So she knows that she is missing out by excluding herself from dating other races, but she's still gonna hold on to hope and a prayer that one day she's going to find this mythical unicorn that's just going to show up on her doorstep. Yep. We see lots of emojis, like thumbs up emojis, agreeing high five emojis. I ain't gonna lie, don't at me. I'm pro-Black, only date Black men. Mind you, Tokyo Vanity was just on another post that we talked about yesterday where she was complaining about Chris Brown kicking her out the VIP section of the club because she was too dark. And here she is, still being a super mammy, caping. Y'all, this is disgusting to me because I already know there's hundreds of comments under here. We're only looking at the first 3 or 4 we've reviewed so far, and they are all the same problematic, toxic, delusional thought processes, all from Black women, all from super mammies. Okay, so I understand her completely and agree with her every word. Of course you do, because you're a mammy. Why would she be wrong for loving her own people? We should never feel bad for loving our own. Other races, cultures do it, but Black people seem to not understand this. Black love is the most beautiful love for so many reasons. Well, what's wrong with it is the fact that you're demonstrating an undying loyalty for men who don't do the same, who would not piss on you if you were on fire. That's what's wrong. Thank you. I thought we'd never come across one. So here we go. This Kayako says, at this point, I don't care what color package he comes in, as long as he's a good man with a good heart. The pickings are too damn slim these days. Thank you, sis. Oh my gosh. And this was like finding a needle in a haystack. And I'm telling you, so there's 62 replies to this comment. So I bet you, I'm not even going to go into this because I don't want to get too sidetracked, but I bet you all these responses are people dragging her. But she's right. She's absolutely right. And I always say, and I'm very vocal about my divestment journey, I did not intentionally divest. I shared the same thought process. I had realized a long time ago, after having my son and dealing with his toxic father, that I am really doing myself a disservice by not exploring all my options. So I don't give a damn about color. I'm just going to date who treats me well. And fast forward 6 years later, here I am living my best life. So okay, let's pause there. Enough of that, because we could probably go on and on all day reading these caping super mammy comments from these delusional women. But y'all, this doesn't make any sense to me. This is so sad, and I've said it over and over again till I'm blue in the face. Black woman, you're doing yourself a major disservice by not exploring your options, because the stats aren't in your favor. So off the top, we already outnumber these fools by 2 million. Then of the ones who are left, statistically, these men are impoverished. Statistically, they don't have any resources. They don't have careers. Statistically, they're uneducated and more likely to be unemployed. Stats show that they're more likely to be felons and incarcerated. They're more likely to pump and dump. They're more likely to not value families or value commitment, so they're not going to marry you. We see Keri has never been engaged, despite being with a few of these men for years. She was with Sergio Baca for 5 damn years, for God's sake. So what about these odds and these stats say to y'all, Black women, I should just try my luck? What about that? It just doesn't make any sense. And Black women, I don't know what's wrong with us. I don't know if a lot of us are just gluttons for punishment, or if we're masochists, or if we just crazy or dumb. Because seriously, what's wrong with these super mammies? Because I told you guys, I can preach every day, Monday through Friday at 6:30 ET until I'm blue in the face. They will not believe. When you tell them fire is hot, they will not believe you. So they'll actually run to the fire like Keri did. And even when they get burnt over and over again like she did, they'll still refuse to believe that shit. And then meanwhile, these men, these Tyrones with these subpar accomplishments, with these inferior performances, they are out exploring the rainbow. They tasting the rainbow. All the while with their defunct character, with their GEDs, their 500 credit scores, making $15 an hour. They are having a grand old time with women of all races. And they sitting here looking at you dumb, because you are the most educated group of people in the country. You got multiple degrees. You're a high income earner. You're career oriented, you're a business owner. A lot of you guys are nurses, lawyers, and doctors. Even, some of you guys, like Keri, she's a Grammy award winning artist in her case. And you still here looking stupid, holding out for these men's dumbass. So Tyrone is looking at you crazy. And this is why you got these fools feeling comfortable calling up all these YouTubers' shows. So I was watching Sinji, and on Sinji's show the other day, there was this guy calling up, talking about, so triggered, talking about, oh, you ain't got no choice but to settle. Black woman, you ain't got no choice because you ain't got nowhere to go. And it's like, y'all, you showed them that you're not going anywhere. And so they really do believe that you have no options and no one else wants you because you refuse to explore any options. And so they're thinking, damn, even Keri Hilson can't find a good man. So, of course, your non-famous regular ass can't. But here's the thing. If y'all knew like I know, it's 4 damn billion men on this earth. 4 billion. Why are Black women limiting yourself to only 6% of the damn population? Please explain to me where that makes sense. Please explain to me where that makes sense. Because globally, there's so many eligible men across this earth. But for whatever reason, we keep illustrating this undying loyalty to men who don't do the same. Because especially Keri Hilson, all she got to do is smile and wink at one of these high-earning, high-value execs that she works with on a regular basis. Then she getting wiped up. She going to be living her best life in Malibu, just like Eve. Just like Eve, I see pictures of Eve. She hydrated, her skin glowing. She's sitting pretty beautiful, looking happy with a rich white billionaire who worships the ground she walks on. And this type of thing happens every day, y'all. And obviously, the average Black woman is not Keri Hilson or Eve. But when you open up your options to other groups of men, to the billions of other eligible bachelors across the globe, it's not hard, y'all, to find better options. It's not hard to find good men. And I'm very vocal about my own situation. I'm not a supermodel by any means. I'm obviously not a famous pop singer. I'm Keisha from the projects. I grew up off of Section 8 and government cheese. And I just understood to go where I'm appreciated and to put my best foot forward. That's it. So I focused on my fitness. I focused on my education, my career. I took pride in my appearance. I was always made up, very well put together. I made sure my hair was laid, makeup was on point. I was well dressed. And these men from other groups of races swarmed to me like flies. And the crazy part is I was a divorced single mother at the time. So I'm like the epitome of what these men like to talk about and what they like to preach about and what they like to denigrate Black women about. That was me. I'm a brown girl with curly, kinky hair. And I had no issues. After I went where I was appreciated. And after my divorce, y'all, I had a good old time. I was dating all types of men. I was dating Chung Lee. I was dating Brad. I was dating attorneys, doctors, successful business owners. And I happened to meet my husband, who makes the high end of 6 figures. And after 1 year, had a big old rock on my finger. Till this day, y'all. And I don't even be thinking about it, but till this day, people, Tyrone's especially, oh, your husband must love you, because they'll see my ring finger. And they're like, I get compliments on my ring all the time because it's a gorgeous ring. It's not a Cracker Jack ring from Tyrone, a little speck of dust. Nah. My husband got me a ring that really shows that he loves me. And he moved me and my son out to the suburbs away from Blackistan, and he didn't waste any time. And truly, it's sad to say, but he's a better father than my own damn son's father is. So anyways, long story short, I'm sitting pretty, enjoying life. But Keri Hilson and like these other women in these comments, these are your super bammies, y'all. And like I said, only one of two things are going to happen. And in best case scenario with Keri, if she doesn't switch up, she's going to meet one of these unicorns. But we know even the high value unicorns, high value Tyrones, it's just an eggnog with money. But they always have poor character flaws. So she's going to end up like Kevin Hart's wife, getting embarrassed and publicly humiliated, getting cheated on while she's home pregnant, like she did. Even like Beyoncé, y'all, who is on her A game and is arguably the most beautiful, sought after woman in the world, most successful woman in the world. But she still made a whole damn album crying, making love songs about getting cheated on and embarrassed by her Tyrone husband. Or even worse, she might end up like Dr. Dre's wife, getting her ass beat and pistol whipped. And that the crazy part is that's still best case scenario for her when messing with these fools, because at least these nakers, at least they got money. Worst case scenario, she might end up like Mary J. Blige and Wendy Williams, getting beat on and abused by broke niggas. I can't, y'all. So divest. This is common sense, y'all. With anything, no one values anything that's readily available. You don't value anyone who throws themselves at you, even after you've demonstrated that you don't want them. Y'all know the reason why these men value non-Black women so much is because they're harder to get access to. Because Becky and Mylene collectively, I know we see millionaires still have, Becky on their arms, but collectively for the large majority of these groups of women, they will not give Tyrone the time of day. However, super mammies, on the other hand, they'll make themselves readily available and easily accessible to these men. even after they got dragged through the coals and across the dirt by Becky and Mylene. Y'all sitting there waiting for them on hand and foot. And the crazy part though is they not even good men. So I could understand if y'all was doing all this, demonstrating all this loyalty, undying loyalty and devotion to men who deserved it, who built infrastructure, who protected you, who provided for you. But y'all doing all this for men who are the world's biggest losers. Come on, y'all. So do not be the super mammy. Divest y'all. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great evening and a great weekend. I love you all. Until next time. See you guys. Bye.
If y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.